Hello, my name is Jeremy Chara and I'd like to welcome you to my home office. Yes, some people call it the full-blown layer of geekdom because that is a completely equipped rack of Cisco routers sitting behind me. You might say, what is that doing in your home? Well, nowadays it pretty much routes a cable modem connection to each one of my rooms. Yes, each one of my rooms has its own routed TCP/IP subnet, which is a little overkill, but I like it. That's what I do. Overall, that rack behind me helped me attain my CCIE certification, and I just couldn't part with it by the time it was said and done, so there it sits. It's a great conversation piece when people come over and say, what is that? And I just get to, go on and on about what a router's all about, and that kind of completes the ensemble with a whiteboard next to me. That whiteboard is my training piece, and it's one of the tools that I use in a lot of the videos that you'll see on CBT Nuggets. Now, a lot of people wonder, how did I get started in this world and how do you get to where you are now? Overall, I've attained the MCSE certification, the CNE, that's the Novell certification, and the CCIE. So all three major technologies are pretty much wrapped up. And it's not because I just like to have them under my belt and on a business card. It's just my passion. One of my passions in life is technology and figuring out how these things work, because when you really discover how things work together in the technology world, it's one of those light bulbs that just clicks on in my head, and it's one of the things I grew up with. I started off with a Commodore Amiga computer, and even before that a Commodore 64, doing video technology processing, which is a fancy way of saying I took people's personal home videos and put titles and transitions between them. And they paid me money to do that, and that's what got me into this technology field. Ever since then, I have just always loved technology, and that's what got me into training about 6 to 7 years ago. I was sitting at a job at a company called MicroRage building computers, and I figured out how something worked. And I said, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. Did you see how that IRQ conflict went away between those devices? And a couple people gathered around and I showed them and they just kind of went, right. And at that point I realized there was something a little different about me. So as we go through these videos, I hope you will come alongside me, and when you see this, I hope that it gets you excited. When you see a technology concept explained, you go, wow, that's great, I can't wait to try it.